Warriors! Good morning. Happy Saturday. You may be watching this in the future, but my name is Coach JV. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. I'm the coach who said, do not believe a word I say. Why would you believe a long-haired hippie dude with a picture of himself on his shirt? That makes zero sense. But what I am doing, Warriors, is I'm teaching you the game so you can't be played. What I'm saying is, don't take my word as bond. Learn how to fish. If you give someone a fish, they'll eat for a day. If you teach them how to fish, as Jesus said, they'll eat for a lifetime. As my boy William says, if you teach them how to farm, they will feed a nation. Now, this is really important. Now, Warriors, this is not going to be a price prediction video or even talking about a specific cryptocurrency. What I am going to tell you about is, if you start following the narrative and you listen to the 99%, you are going to get wrecked. The system is not designed for you. And a lot of you, unfortunately, I'm going to piss a lot of parents off, are listening to your parents who are moving into this new quantum financial system with a beeper and a fanny pack. Straight up. This isn't about going against anybody, Warriors. There literally is no argument. It's about understanding economics. And if you have not watched yesterday's YouTube video that I did, watch it. Now, why am I sharing this information, Warriors? Because I have experience in banking. I was all bought into the banking system, Warriors. I was totally bought in. I spent 12 years at a bank, moved up to vice president, went through CBA Executive Banking School. You can look it up, CBA Executive Banking School. It's a certificate in banking where you learn how to scale banks from the ground up. And when we got to the part where you start funding banks, and I was like, what the hell is this? Like, where does this money come from? My video yesterday explains it. Where does this money? It gets printed since 1971. They're just printing money. And now the parents and people that are giving you advice, your grandparents, your uncle, your brother, who's telling you cryptocurrency is a fraud, think about that. They've been trained in a system that's designed to make you a worker. John D. Rockefeller, who created your education system and your medical board, said, I want a society of workers, not educated people. His business associate or business guide or advisor is also, this is totally paraphrasing, but basically the context of it, he said, we have enough doctors, we have enough lawyers, we have enough of those generational lineage, right? We just want a bunch of workers, straight up. We don't want people to get smart enough to figure out the system. So your schooling system was designed for you to sit in line, to follow a path, to raise your hand, don't speak out of line, to go to school, to get a job, to be just over broke, to get your health insurance, and shut your mouth. Don't question authority. Why would you? But the problem with that system is sometimes your authority is not doing things right, Warriors, straight up. And you do it because they do it. And as our parents always said, and they're giving us advice, right? The people, I'm a parent. But people are giving you advice and not taking their own advice. They say, if everybody else jumps off the bridge or you, well, guess what they're doing? Everybody else is waiting for their stimulus check, jumping off a bridge, right? As a pandemic's going on looking this way, there's a whole nother narrative going on this way, and a bunch of people are getting much wealthier, and it's not you. The 634 richest people in the world became much wealthier during a pandemic as you lost your small mom and pop business. So it's time to get pissed. It's time to get fired up. It's time to eradicate poverty and start thinking like an abundant person. Jerome Powell said he's worried about the mom and pop sector, the middle class. They're going to get wiped out. We're coming back to a new economy. They're telling you, but you're watching WAP videos. You're scrolling through TikTok. You can't stop watching men thirst trapping and women in their panties on TikTok as I get shadow banned because I'm speaking truth. Rationalize that, Warriors. Rationalize that. You should be getting pissed and irritated right now, and some of you have dropped off, and that's okay. I'm not here to give you a soft pillow to land on. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to eradicate poverty and bring peace and prosperity by 2025, straight up. And you do that by getting pissed sometimes. You do that by getting angry. You do that by getting fed up sometimes. You do that by standing up for what's right and not allowing what's wrong to penetrate the people that you love. Simple, straight up. So this isn't going to be a sunshine and rainbows video. This is going to teach you the game so you can't be played. So we're going to watch Robert Kiyosaki, somebody I really admire in the financial space. We're also going to watch a video with Warren Buffett and Ray Dalio talking about cash is trash. The education system was created for you to be a worker. The financial system works on fractional reserve lending. Every time you put $100 into your bank account, they only have to keep 10 of that dollars. They lend that $90 out to somebody. That person takes that money, they put it into their bank. Now that bank only has to keep $10 of that. So your money can be lent out over and over and over again until that $100 is gone. And it happens over and over again. And if you walked into the bank, if all of us walked into the bank and said, give me my money, they don't have your money. They have 10% of your money. And last year, they were allowed to tap into their capital reserves. In order to keep a business going, you need capital. So we're in a liquidity crisis. They're pumping money into infinity. These stimulus checks you're getting excited about, are not good for your economy. That's why the richest people in the world are moving into Bitcoin. That's why they're moving into stores of value. That's why Robert Kiyosaki owns gold mines and real estate. That's why Warren Buffett closed out of bank stocks and moved into gold mines. Think about that, warriors. Start thinking like the rich people. You can become very, very wealthy right now, warriors. There's a whole class of us, the uncommon 1%, who are going to be the new 1%. And I am going to change the narrative. You don't protest. You don't go against people. You become and you change it. It's that simple. You can argue all day. You can sit at the bar and talk about your elite government's coming after you. There's some nefarious. There's no nefarious activities. If you think there's nefarious activities going on, then frickin' change it. Stop complaining about it. Be the change you want to see. Stop sitting at the bar with your buddies or playing poker with your buddies or sitting at the nail salon with your girlfriends complaining about it, and do something about it. Become the elite so you can change the narrative. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring peace and prosperity. I'm going to become so wealthy that I'm actually going to change the narrative. That's simple. All right, so let's watch some videos here. I don't have to be all nice all the time, warriors. This is sometimes you just got to get pissed. You got to get pissed. You got to be fed up. You got to be fed up with being broke. You don't deserve to be broke. You are a child of God. You are a beautiful human being. You are a child of God. You have different fingerprint, different DNA. You should not be broke. Okay, let me take a deep breath. This is a very important part of this video. You need to listen to what they say. Okay, so most of you jump off the bridge with everybody else, but I'm going to teach you the game. Watch this.
One more thing that I'm cautious about, and Andy's an expert at, is that we make more money when the markets crash.
That's right.
And right now, this guy was telling me, I was having an MRI at this hospital, and the guy says, guess what? I'm going to buy my first house. I'm going, I didn't know what to say. Every time the idiots are running into the market, I don't FOMO, right? Fear of missing out.
Yeah.
I better buy my house now. I'm going, oh God. And I can't say anything.
Well, he could have been buying GameStop.
That's what the elites are doing, warriors. We're all sitting back going, man, look at the sheeple, man, the sheeple. People are buying real estate right now. It's overvalued like crazy, warriors. So look at their smiles. They're rich as fuck. We're all going to be rich as hell, warriors. That's what wealth does. These are good people right here. Good people that are trying to help people. Think about his narrative. It's not the normal narrative some banker sitting in a freaking high tower telling you how to spend your money. These people are talking real talk. These are good people.
And people talk about Bitcoin. I'm going, I don't know. Where's the top? Do you know what I mean? But if everybody's getting in, Andy, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot of smart people are getting out because, well, what's interesting is if he's buying that house, someone had to sell it to him. So every time someone's getting in, someone else is getting out.
And you can't teach that.
No.
You cannot teach the momentum of markets.
No.
Okay, so what he says, I disagree with him. You can teach emotional intelligence, and that's what I'm teaching my warriors. And down below, in the description down below, you can join my private warrior academy. I'm talking real talk, warriors. We have a cryptocurrency call every single Thursday. You have access to my portfolio. I'm going to tell you guys exactly when I'm getting. I have emotional intelligence. Do I make mistakes? Yes. But I also have a mindset like them. I watch what the elites do. And when people FOMO, when they get excited and they're coming in, like at the back end of this year, there's going to be a flood of people coming in. I'm getting the F out, warriors. I'm cashing out. I'm holding into a stable coin. And then I'll buy back in when the market crashes. That's how I made my money in the bear market. When people I would buy the fear. I would sell the euphoria. Simple. And I'm going to show you a market cycle in just a moment.
Is what do you jump into when you jump off the train? So the question is, what do you jump into when you jump off the train? And the issue is you can't jump into cash. Cash is trash, okay? Cash is that they're going to, because they're going to print money. What do? You get out. Okay, so cash is not going to.
So what do you do?
So what you have to do is you have to have a well-diversified portfolio. And first of all, you have to be global, and you have to have balance. And I think, I don't want to grab. Well, the headline's going to be, again, anyway. Is I think that you have to have a certain amount of gold in your portfolio, right, or you have to have something that's hard. There are three monetary systems that happen. The first is, in the old days, it had intrinsic value. You'd carry around gold coins. Then we come up with the idea of banks or even central banks. And what they do is they create certificates, right, we call notes, that are claims on those things. And we print many more certificates than there is money in the bank. And then that's a linked system. Right. And we did that, and we broke that in 1971. Then you have a fiat monetary system, which means that you can print whatever amount of money you want. And
you watched my video yesterday, Warriors. I break this down. I break it down for you where it came from. So think about that. We're taking advice from, or you're taking advice from people who live in this system, who are stuck in a fraudulent system, and they're telling you how to spend your money or how. Think about that, Warriors. The elites are not doing their money. They are not doing their money like the people that are giving you advice. If the people that are giving you advice are broke, think about that.
And you can put that, and that's what governments do. So we're in that part of the cycle, bigger picture. There is also new technologies that are coming out. There's inventiveness and innovation. Right. Innovation comes from good thinking. The capacity to supplement using artificial intelligence to we talk about. So I think we can make the pie bigger. The issue is how you divide the pie, and also how monetization is a threat. So there are good things here. I mean, basically, almost if you oversimplify a portfolio, you probably want the stock in the technology disrupting companies, right, and some gold. I mean, right, because it's the new technology revolution in relationship also to the monetization question, I think. I believe that when you look at bonds and debt, a bond is a promise to receive currency. So you have, when you're holding a bond, that gives you no interest rate or a negative interest rate, and they're producing a lot of currency, and you're going to receive that. Why would you hold that bond? Okay, and where is that bond, and who owns that bond? Okay, so this period, like the 1930 to 45 period, is a period in which I think you'd be pretty crazy to own bonds. Okay, because what is a debt? A debt in a fiat currency is a promise to receive currency, and isn't it pretty clear they're going to make a lot of currency?
I'm going to move it over to so you heard for Ray.
Well, cash is always a bad investment. I mean, when people said cash is king a year ago, I mean, that's crazy. I mean, cash wasn't producing anything, and it was sure to go down in value over time. And then you always want to be sure you have enough. I mean, it's like oxygen. You want to be sure it's around, but you don't need to have excessive amounts of it around. And cash, we will always have enough cash around. But anytime we have surplus cash around, I'm unhappy. I mean, I would much rather have good businesses than cash. And we found a chance in the last year or thereabouts to deploy. We came in with something over $40 billion in cash, right, and we've got about $20 billion now, and we've had some earnings. So we put a lot of cash to work, and I like that. No, I'd much rather own a good business than have cash.
And it is a hedge against the dollar?
Well, you can say all assets are a hedge against the dollar. I mean, but all you know is that the dollar is going to be worth less 10, 20, 30 years from now. I say worth less, not worthless. Right. You want to watch that. But it will be, and that's true of almost every currency that I can think of. The question is how much it depreciates in value. But cash is not a place that.
Now, why is that?
Well,
because
the dollars.
So I'm going to show you where we're at, I believe, in the market cycle. So this is really important. This is a psychology of a market cycle, Warriors. Okay, so right last year, where I was going through the bear market, and most people, since 2018, they've been in a bear market, right? So there was a long period, 3-year period of depression, disbelief, and what happened is when we started to increase on the back end of 2020, we went into called hope, and a lot of people, when it hit the value that they bought in at, sold out. Well, we started to hit optimism, right? And now we're hitting belief in between. I believe we're in between belief and thrill right now, Warriors. Because what's happening is Michael Saylor from MicroStrategies, PayPal, you got Elon Musk posting about Dogecoin, Bitcoin. There's every news station is talking about Bitcoin now. So we're hitting the belief stage. People are starting to talk about it. It's going to start to hit thrill around summertime. And then boom, on the back end of the year, going into about September, October, we're going to hit massive euphoria. And did you hear what the first guy said in the Robert Kiyosaki video? This is where you need to get out, Warriors. Because when everybody starts FOMOing in, fear of missing out, euphoria, that's when the market crashes. And then what happens is we get out in between thrill and euphoria, okay? We watch everybody freak out. We watch the market burn down. And we bought out here, right? We bought out in between thrill and euphoria. We have bags stacked. We didn't wait for another 10% gain because you got greedy and you lost. Because if you keep waiting till euphoria, you're going to lose everything. We got out at a comfortable position. We set clear exit strategies. I'm developing exit strategies for my Warriors by the end of this week. Clear exit my exit strategies. I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. You can follow it if you want. Okay, so I'm setting clear exit strategies, and I don't give a shit what anybody else is doing. I'm getting out. I don't care how much you say any of my cryptocurrencies are going up. I'm getting out in between thrill and euphoria, and I'm going to wait till everybody panics, and I'm going to buy back in. I'm going to ride the bear market and make a ton of money like I did the bear market last year. Okay, so Warriors, I just want to teach you the game so you can't be played. That's all I want to do, Warriors. That's all I want to do. That's my main mission, is bring peace and prosperity to this world. I'm going to keep bringing you the information. I'm not asking you to trust a word I say. One of the things that I'm very good at is I'm a great leader. I brought together 764 warriors from all over the world. I don't claim to be a cryptocurrency expert. I'm an expert in banking and understanding economics, I would say. But I brought people together like Selman, CryptoCito, I got James, I got John Wolf, I got people within my team, John Rotondo. There's people that are helping me tremendously within this community. And we come together, just like Henry Ford had said in the book Think and Grow Rich. He was sitting in court and they were tearing him apart, saying, how are you going to run a company? How are you the CEO of a company when you just know how to tear down a car? He said, you know what? I have a switchboard right in front of me. And at any moment, I can click the switchboard and someone's an expert. That's what makes me a great leader. That's what makes me I don't claim to be an expert, and I tell people when I screw up. But what I do is I show people my exact portfolio, exactly what I'm doing. There's no hiding it. It's like I make a move, here you go. I'm not a financial advisor. None of it's financial advice. I'm just documenting my journey in the quantum financial system. We also have a cryptocurrency call every single Thursday, a Discord with 664 warriors specifically in it right now that are much smarter than me. Okay. We also you have access to our 120-day challenge, mindset, subconscious, how I reprogram my subconscious mind to wealth. You go through my 120-day challenge. You work out with me live daily. You get a nutrition plan, goal setting, access to my book, creating vision boards. It is a comprehensive program. But if you're looking just to get in and get rich quick, that's not what this is about, Warriors. This is about building generational wealth. Like Robert Kiyosaki, reprogramming people's mind. This will be a worldwide company where we're helping people eradicate poverty and bringing peace and prosperity to the earth by 2050. I believe it. Everything you need is in the description down below. We offer 100% money back guarantee. You want your money back? You think it's not worth it? Boom. We don't want to do business together, right? It's like, hey, listen, if there's no mutual value exchange, boom, 100% money back guarantee. That's just how we roll, Warriors. This is about helping as many people as possible be part of a great community. Read the book, Think and Grow Rich, and then come back and you'll understand what I'm saying. Warriors, rise. Let's get it.